We just spent $1,100 on some books.
That's a lot of books.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to share with you an awesome book deal that we picked up off of Facebook Marketplace for $1,100. And that does sound like a lot of money, but once I show you what is in this deal, I think you guys will be on the same page as me with this deal is absolutely crazy. And I am stoked that it was actually still on Facebook Marketplace because there are some awesome books in here. If you guys remember, books was in our top 10 categories for last financial year.
Coming in at number one, it's books.
So I'm very excited that this deal was there. I'm gonna go pick it out the car right now and show you guys what this deal looks like. That was heavy. Before I actually get into this, I actually have to take some stuff over to auction. So let's head down there, have a look, drop this stuff off, and then we'll come back and show you all this haul that we got yesterday, $1,100 worth of books. If you guys were around here last week, you will remember us picking up a big gaming lot. Now there was a lot of stuff in there that was lower end or needs some disc cleaning or some repairs. So we're gonna send all of that through auction because we don't have time to deal with that lower end stuff or to be repairing things, but other people will have the time and will still make some money. So I'll show you a few things that we are sending off to auction. They'll get auctioned off in the next couple of weeks, and I'll probably do a little bit of an update further down the track when we get those results back. So not only do we have the gaming gear, we also have a little Hornby Railway set here. We have some ceramics, some old 70s to 80s vintage kitchenware, and a couple other bits and pieces that we want to get out of the warehouse. So I'm going to load those up in the car, take them down to the auction to make some room in this warehouse, which is currently pretty stacked. All right, the car is loaded up and we're going to send this stuff off to auction now. Obviously, we're not going to get the full tote that we would get on eBay for this stuff, but the idea with this is to get it in and out very quickly, because as you guys saw, we have another big deal that just came in the door. So let's head there now, drop this stuff off, and then come on back. All right, all dropped off. I actually have to head to Harvey Norman because I just broke my handle for this GoPro. No! No! So I'll get a new one of those and then we'll head back to the warehouse and show you those awesome books that we picked up. All right, not quite the one I wanted to get. They didn't have the GoPro one, so I had to go with a third-party brand, but it'll do the job. Let's go back to the warehouse and show you those books we picked up yesterday. All right, we made it back to the warehouse. Jazzy is actually about to go and drop off the post. And I'm gonna show you what we picked up yesterday. Time to share with you what we actually picked up yesterday. So if you do recall that video a little while ago, we were talking about the top 10 items. And in those top 10 items was graphic novels. And this set is absolutely awesome. There's a whole bunch of omnibuses in here, and then a whole bunch that we'll be able to load up and put together. So we did pay about $1,100 for all of this, which works out to about $6 a piece, but I actually drafted only 10 last night, and I should get my money back just on those 10 items alone. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a few of these over to our listing station and show you guys a couple that I think are going to make us some really good money. Some of these are actually been quite hard to comp because there's literally none listed on eBay. So I've had to go to places like Books and also Amazon in the US to try and find comps on a lot of these. So that's probably a good thing because some of the US prices are very, very high. And if I can sell them within Australia and be the only one with them in Australia, I think we can get some top dollar for a lot of these. All right, this one's actually pretty interesting. We've actually sold this one before. So I was just doing comps and I was like, the one sold for $129.95. That was actually our sale. So this one's actually in a little bit better condition than the one we sold. So I'm probably gonna put this one up for about $149.95, but it's nice to know that we sold one of these already. Okay, I've been going through and I've got the next 4 ready to go. Some of these were quite hard to comp and I couldn't even find a couple of them in pre-owned condition. So a few of them will have new listings associated with them, but I am going to undercut that, and obviously we'll take offers as well. So the first one up here is this Captain America Lives. I've put my little note on there. So I think this one's gonna go for about $100. All right, next up is this Wolverine X-Man, and there are only new ones available of these for about $190. So I couldn't actually find any pre-owned comp on this one, but I think I should get about $129.95 on this one in this condition. It is in very good condition. No sort of dents on the edges or anything like that. So I'm gonna aim for $129.95 on that one. Again, and another one I couldn't find a comp on, but I do think that this goes new for about 140. So I'm gonna go 99 on this Doctor Strange. And this massive Thor omnibus, I think we're gonna get about $100 out of. A new, they're about 140 to 150. Again, nothing in Australia for us to comp, but that is probably a good thing because they are so rare and hard to find. I do think these are gonna move pretty quickly, especially in the lead up to Christmas. I have been drafting and comping these comic books and these omnibuses for the last sort of hour and a half, and we have done really well out of this lot so far. I've still probably got about 100 to go through, but these sort of omnibuses here, most of these have been going between 80 at the low end, and there's a couple that are gonna go for upwards of $300, I'm pretty sure. As I said, a few of them have been really tough to comp because there is literally none of them up for sale at the moment. There's some alt covers in there that are quite rare by the looks of it. So it's gonna be very interesting over the next couple of weeks to see what sort of hit rate we get on these. But over the next couple of days, we'll get those other ones up, and hopefully by the end of the week, we'll have all of this stuff listed and we'll be ready for the next one.
I haven't actually finished listing all of these, but I've sent a few of them live, and as I'm putting them away, they're literally selling. We now have 3 waiting for payment already, and that is why we love this category of specifically the graphic novel omnibuses. And these have all just been paid for, so I don't even know why I bother putting them away.
Good morning, guys. It is now Monday. We usually don't film on Mondays because they are usually crazy with all the package going out on the weekend. We wanted to show you where that bulk deal has ended up so far, because we picked it up Wednesday and now it is Monday. I can let you in a little secret. We're already in the profit. So let's head into the warehouse and have a look at what sold over the weekend. All right, first things first, on a Monday, I picked the DVD store. Now there isn't actually many sales in that store at the moment. Only 8 over the weekend, which is down on our normal. We also haven't had a pallet come in a few weeks. Saying all that, we are pushing up close to that 15K 90 day, which is really nice. So let's get into the picking from the weekend. I'll show you a couple of them, and then we'll get into the story behind those books that we've already made profit on only 4 days after we bought them. I've got all my DVDs here from the weekend laid out, ready to go. I'm going to show you what they've sold for and what they're going to package in, and then you guys can look up the rates that are relevant to you guys so you can decide if these are going to work for you or not. So first up, we have the Monkey. This is quite a popular set. We have sold this numerous times. This one sold for $49.95 this time. That'll go in a small padded mailer. Next up, we have Paw Patrol, just a big set, $39.95. There's actually 7, 8 of those, so I think I'll probably have to go a medium with that one. So not huge money on that, but nice to get them out the door. They would have cost us 10 cents each on a pallet. I probably wouldn't pick these up from an op shop unless they are really cheap, because they did take quite a long time to sell. They were in the orange category and we did a markdown on these to get rid of them, so happy for them to go out the door. Next up is just Shogun Assassin. This is just a single DVD. That'll go in a small, and I'll just put it in one of these little padded mailers. $29.95 on that one, so probably worth looking out for if you come across that one. This is definitely the best set of the day. It is this set of Housos. I think it's season 1 to 3, sold for $89.95. So if you see Housos out there, probably worth a pickup. I did not realize this was worth so much money. Next up is a bundle of 2 sets of DVDs, and they're all music. This one's like Kylie Minogue. This one's got like Cher, Tina Arena, etc. in it. And that actually sold for $52.42. That'll probably have to go on a medium as well, because there is about 8 there. So that'll probably cost me about $12, $13 to ship. A lower end one, just this Sweden Festival DVD. This sold for 22 bucks. I would have had this up for 30 and then taken an offer on that one. And lastly, these Matthew McConaughey Blu-ray DVDs. This is part of a lot that we had a lot of the same actors and we bundled up. And this ended up selling for $34. And while the DVD store has been a little bit slower than normal, that's definitely not the case for the main store. Jazzy right now is picking 97 orders for the weekend. So there's well over 100 items in there, because some multi-quantity orders in that lot. And that means we have a lot of work to do on that store. So we'll get picking for that. And then I'll show you the books that have sold from that lot we picked up last Wednesday, literally 4 days ago, because we have made some very good money on that already.
I can't believe we used to film this process every Monday. We just can't do that now.
And just for some context, we have next day shipping on. So all of those 97 plus items going out the door were from Friday through to Sunday. Anything that comes in today will go out tomorrow. And that just means that we're getting busier and busier, which is great. It's good to see as we start heading into that Q4. I really think that this is just going to keep exploding, especially when we have all of that camping gear that is sitting in our store waiting to be sold. So it's going to be an interesting next couple of months.
And Thanks, kiddo, for the lanyard. It is really helping. All right, we're halfway through Monday packaging, so we're gonna make this really quick, but this one here, Annihilation, sold for $130. I am a big fan of The Boys, and this paperback sold for $39.95. Planet Hulk sold for $49.95. Guardians of the Galaxy for $155. That's a cookbook, don't worry about that one. And Secret Invasion sold for $215.
So all of those books, including the ones we sold late last week, add up to $1,500. And we actually have a guy that's gonna pay us on Thursday for 4 more, and that sale is $700. So essentially, within a week, we're gonna make $2,200 on these books, and we still have a huge amount left. And we have a whole bunch left to list. So we're gonna get onto those, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks, all that money is gonna start coming in and make this deal even better than it already is.
Thanks for watching. We gotta get back to shipping.